Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Blanca and today I'm going to be filming my HSG video, my experience, my results. I usually film, makeup tutorials, try on clothing hauls, just beauty related things. And now and then I update you guys on my personal life. I don't do it too often, but I like to kind of let you guys in on what's going on just so that you guys can maybe relate to me more and just so you guys can kind of, I don't know, have maybe like a more of a connection with me. This video is going to be maybe a little bit TMI for some people. So if you are not into these type of videos, then maybe watch one of my other videos. But if you guys do enjoy these kind of videos and you would like me to continue to kind of update you guys and keep you posted on my little journey that I am on, then thumbs up this video and let me know, because it will really just let me know that you guys are interested and it just helps me out, and so that I'll know to continue to do these types of videos. So before you leave, don't forget to subscribe, and if you guys want to know what I've been up to and what's been going on with me, then go ahead and please keep on watching. Okay, so some of you may or may not know, but I am married. I've been married to my husband for 2 years now, and his name is Mike. And I am 36 and he is 35. We have been trying to get pregnant. Well, I've been trying to get pregnant, and he's been helping out for a little over a year now, and nothing has come about it. Is that how you say it? Nothing has come from it. Nothing has happened. I keep getting my period every single month. I'm going to kind of like rewind a little bit and just start from the beginning. So we decided to kind of wait before, trying to have a baby. We decided to wait like a year or so and enjoy, marriage life. But I am older, so it's not like I have all this time in the world. I'm not 24, 25 years old. I am 36, so clock is kind of ticking, We decided to wait for a year, and then after that year was up, we were like, okay, let's do this. And I honestly thought that if you just had unprotected sex, that you would get pregnant immediately. I just always thought that. I never thought, I guess for some women that does happen, like they quickly can become pregnant, but for some of us, maybe not. I don't know. I guess it's just because I'm older, or just some of us, we're all different. So at first I was just like, whatever, let's just keep trying. And it wasn't like a big deal. Of course, we kept trying. But after 6 months, because of my age, usually after 6 months of trying and nothing happens, it is recommended that you see your doctor. So I did. I went in and saw my doctor. I got blood work done. I answered a bunch of questions, and I had like a pap smear, and I just basically had like a physical done, and everything seemed to be good. So she told me to switch up my vitamins. I switched them to prenatal. Those are expensive, by the way. And she decided to send me to a fertility clinic. She told me, they specialize in this, and they would do further exams, and they would be able to just help me out a little more. So I went in and answered a bunch of questions again. She scheduled me for an HSG test, which is, I will put it right here, the name of it, because as you guys know, I cannot pronounce things. But basically what it is, since maybe some of you don't know what it is, hang on, I guess I should have this ready. I'm going to just pull it up here. So this test is a special kind of x-ray used to evaluate female fertility. It's an outpatient procedure. The test takes no longer than half an hour and involves placing an iodine-based dye through the cervix and taking x-rays. These x-rays help evaluate the shape of the uterus, and it helps determine whether the fallopian tubes are blocked. So basically it's to check to see that your uterus is fine and that nothing is in your fallopian tubes, like there's no blockage, nothing that is preventing semen from entering your tubes. I started Googling and watching YouTube videos about this test, and I started reading about other women's experience, and everyone said that it was just super painful. You guys, I was so nervous. It was probably the worst thing I could have done because I was already nervous, but once I started hearing people's experience, I was even more worried. I was very anxious leading up to my appointment. I was crying. I was very stressed out. It was very draining, emotionally draining. I was afraid not only of the pain, but also of the results. Like, I didn't know what they were going to say. I was so scared that my tubes were going to be blocked. I was so scared that they were going to find something. I started the previous night taking Advil. You know, I believe it's like every 6 hours you're supposed to take it. And then the morning of, an hour before I left, I took an Advil as well. They were 400 milligrams. Just so you guys know, just in case you are getting this test done, I recommend taking some kind of ibuprofen, some kind of pain medicine. I also made sure to pack a pad just because from what I read, a lot of people said that you do leak a little bit of the dye out and you may have some spotting after, so it was recommended to bring a pad. And then when I got there, I had to do some paperwork, fill out my consent forms, and I also had to pay for my test. Now, if I would have had this done in the hospital, I wouldn't have had to pay. I live in Canada, so we do have OHIP, we have healthcare, and it is provided to us. So if I would have gone to the hospital, I wouldn't have had to pay. But since I got it done at the clinic, I did end up having to pay $150 for this exam, and I honestly preferred to have it there just because there was a wait at the hospital and I didn't want to wait any longer. Like, I have been waiting this whole time and I just wanted to get it over with, and not knowing was just killing me. My husband did come with me and I honestly thought he was going to be allowed to come in the room with me, but he was not allowed, unfortunately. So that made me even more nervous that he was not allowed to come in with me. So I went into the room and I was told to undress from the waist down, and I was given like a blanket to cover myself with. And basically it's just like a bed, and there was like a bunch of machines in there, and the room was pretty dark. It wasn't like bright or anything like that. So I felt that was very calming. I liked that. And then I just laid on the bed and I was told to put my feet up on those like thingies, you know, kind of like what you do when you go for a pap smear. Those stirrups, I think they're called. My doctor was really nice. She was really friendly. She tried to like crack little jokes here and there, kind of to just like calm my nerves and make me relax. She explains everything she was going to do, and then while she was also doing it, she was explaining like what was going on. I honestly wasn't even really listening to what she was saying. I was kind of just trying to focus on my breathing. She did put in those like duck thingies, you know, those things they put in when you're getting a pap smear. She did all that stuff, and she did insert like a balloon and she had to like blow it up. A lot of stuff was going on down there, and she put the catheter in. Now, when she was putting that in, it did feel uncomfortable. I kind of felt like a pinch. And when she did put the dye in, I felt a cramp in my lower abdomen, and it kind of felt like a period cramp. Now, when I get my periods, my cramps are pretty intense. So that's pretty much what it felt like, just like an intense period cramp. The test lasted maybe like less than 5 minutes. It went by super quick. It was uncomfortable, but it was manageable. The pain wasn't too bad. Once she was done, she removed everything, and she tried to clean me up down there as much as she could. She told me when I stood up that I was going to leak, so she just told me to watch that. And she also had a pad for me, but I told her I had already brought one, so I didn't need theirs. So she did give me my results like right then and there, which I will get to in a second. So when I got up, obviously they left the room. When I got up, I did leak a little bit, and so I did wear granny panties and I did pop on my pad just so that, you know, the dye wouldn't get all over my pants. So make sure you bring a pad if you are getting this test done, because you are going to need it. So I talked to the nurse after, and then I left. So my results were, she told me I had a beautiful uterus, that the shape was normal, it was sitting normal, everything was perfect. She told me that the dye flowed through both tubes, nothing was blocking it, the dye went fully through, and she said everything just looks beautiful, everything is perfect. I was in shock when she told me because I was for sure thinking that something was wrong. So I felt like a relief when she told me that everything looked good. I was so happy, and I just felt like a weight was lifted off of my shoulders, and I couldn't believe it. I was just like, thank God. I did not want to have surgery, or I didn't want to have a blockage. I didn't want to go through something else. So I was just so happy that everything came back positive, and I am healthy down there, and everything is looking good. So you guys do not even know. I was stressing out so badly. I'm the kind of person who thinks the worst thing possible all the time, and it's going to happen to me. That's just how I am, and I always think the outcome is just going to be bad. So when she told me that everything was good, I was just like, are you sure? When I left, I did have a little bit of cramping down there. Like it felt like a light period. I did bleed when I got home. I had to wear a pad like all day. And I also bled the next day. And the third day as well, I was spotting. But it wasn't like a period flow. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie to you, when I got home, I was in so much pain. I had to lay down. If I would touch my stomach, it would hurt so bad. It just felt really tender, it felt really sensitive, and I couldn't figure out why I was having so much pain. And it kind of felt like gas, like air was trapped in my stomach. I felt extremely bloated. And then I realized that the reason I felt that way was probably because they had to blow up that balloon that they inserted in me. And so maybe some air got caught up in there. When I would try to release the gas, I couldn't because it just hurt down there. So I was in so much pain, but it was from gas. What did help a lot was chamomile tea. I still continue to take Advil, but chamomile tea is amazing, you guys. I drank that and it helped so much. The pain went away after the second day. So the following day, I still had a tiny bit of pain. By the third day, my pain was pretty much gone. I was still spotting, but by the fourth day, I was just back to normal. Yeah, that's my experience with my HSG test. I have heard that if you do have a blockage or something is not right, that it is more painful. So I don't know. I didn't have a blockage or anything like that, so maybe that's why the pain wasn't as intense as I was expecting it to be. The actual exam was tolerable, and I feel like it just felt like a period cramp, and I just had to breathe through it, and it was over pretty quickly. So now the next thing is I am getting some blood work done, and I do have to go back for an ultrasound exam to just check my ovaries. My husband also has to be tested, and yeah, that's basically where we are right now. I know that I still have to do some more exams, but I'm hoping that everything comes out positive and everything is okay. And I just feel like whatever is meant to be is going to be. I would like to have at least one little baby with my husband, and I love him so much, and I would just love to have something that is a part of him and me. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. That's where we are at on this journey. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you would like me to continue to update you guys on my little baby conceiving journey. And if you want to share your story, or you have any questions for me, if you are getting this exam done, feel free to leave them down below or just send me a private message either on here or even on Instagram, and I will be happy to answer them for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.